We've made this slide a little bigger to stress that when we teach a child to communicate in an appropriate way, whether through AAC, sign, use of picture exchange, and so on, it is crucial the child be taught to get his communication partner's attention. One of us here at Access remembers hearing about a little one who appropriately held up his hand to be called on for a long time, but was unfortunately behind a classroom screen. His appropriate behavior didn't work for him because he did not obtain the staff member's attention. The form of a replacement behavior might involve use of the following. Sign language is a possibility for some children with communication deficits, but be alert to whether or not the child can produce interpretable signs and whether or not there is a community of communication partners who will understand the signs. Gestures can sometimes be appropriate, especially if these are readily available in the child's repertoire. Pointing can also work. Many times we train children to point to pictures on a choice board or use some sort of picture communication system. A picture exchange program such as PECS might be appropriate. Often a combination of communication modes works best. If the child can verbalize some things but needs to sign for something else, that's fine. We honor whatever communication we can get, no matter the form. Let's talk a bit about taking data to determine where you're starting and where you're going and when you are going to make changes. Successful behavior support relies heavily on maintaining and interpreting data. Knowing when a plan is working and when it's not, and when to make changes, relies on your data. First of all, it is essential to take baseline data. This gives you your starting point. You won't know how far you've come if you don't know where you've been. A rule of thumb is to take data over 3 sessions, but your baseline will vary depending on the behavior and the setting. Making a visual display of your data by graphing will let you and the rest of your staff know how well a child is doing simply by looking at the trend line. You'll know when a strategy is not working and when it is by viewing the graph. This will help you make those data-based decisions.